I'm actually out here doing this. This is fucking sick. Oh man, a year's worth of planning. Fucking drenching raining day for day number 1. It's raining like crazy, but it died off a little bit for me. And this is my first river crossing, so it was a little bit slippery, but I made it, so it was pretty cool. Check it out. Doesn't look like much, right? But the water's going pretty good right there. And those rocks were mighty slippery with my brand new shoes. So I gotta get going. Heading to camp. Check you guys later. Hopefully future videos on my GoPro. I just didn't feel like burying it out from underneath my rain jacket or my rain covering. So catch you guys soon. Well, I'm completely and utterly winded already. I guess I'm not quite in shape yet to be carrying this massive bag on my back up the hill, but I'll survive. But I just wanted to show you guys kind of what I'm hiking up right now. You can see, I don't know if you can really tell how steep this is, but yeah, this is pretty fun. Woo! Oh, this is so sick. Check this shit. All right, well, I gotta carefully cross this. Damn, I picked a hell of a first trail to do to get onto the AT. This race Brook trail, I didn't even check the profile until the day before. Holy shit, I picked probably the hardest approach trail that I probably could to get onto the AT in Massachusetts. This is just, it's straight vertical, almost bouldering the entire way up. I've already crossed Race Brook twice. That wasn't too bad. A little bit slippery, especially in my new shoes. But as I don't know if you can see, you can definitely see, I am sweating right now. And I wanted to avoid sweating, but I know that I'm going to get another downpour any minute. And if I take this rain jacket off, you know, Murphy's Law, the rain's just going to let go. And I'm almost to the top of this. And I'm almost to the white blazes. I cannot wait to hit the AT. Catch you guys soon. Good morning, everyone. First night on the trail. Let's just say I had quite an adventure. Adventure is an understatement. It was drenching downpour rain last night, and I chose the wrong approach trail for my first night on the trail, especially for extreme downpours, because the Race Brook trail that connects to the AT is literally a 45-degree angle straight up the entire way, and it's all just slick rocks, which at first, like before it started pouring, it seemed like it was going to be a lot of fun. But once I got going and it started really pouring, I was using my headlamp, and I could, like in a car, you can only see the like about 5 feet in front of you, and that's about it. And other than that, it was a wall of water. Then to add to that craziness, by the time I actually got up onto Mount Everett, it started a thunder and lightning storm, which is not ideal when you're on the top of a mountain. So that was night number 1 for me. I made it up over the mountain and you know, safely. I had to hug a rock there for a minute when the lightning strikes were happening, and I made it to the Hemlock shelter, and I was never so happy to see a shelter in my life, because it was a rough day number 1 for me. Rough day number 1. But today should be a lot easier. I got to spend the shelter with this really nice gentleman from Ohio named Augustin. and he gave me some tips on what I have to come in Massachusetts, and he explained to me the next 3 miles are going to be the hardest in Mass, and then after that I should just be cruising. So if it's harder than what I did last night, I'm in for a hard next 3 miles, but I'm feeling a lot more energized. I'm about to eat some breakfast to get some more energy. It's a little chilly right now, but it's early. The sun just rose about an hour ago. I'm just working on packing, and I'm going to cook myself some breakfast and go from there. But let me just show you the shelter real quick. So this is the Hemlock shelter. I'll back up here a little so you can see the whole thing. This is the Hemlock shelter. It kept me nice and dry last night. I scared the shit out of Augustin when I got here with my headlamp on in the middle of the rain. He didn't. There's our privy up there that I have yet to use. But yeah, I scared the shit out of him because I showed up in the middle of the rain. But this is the Hemlock shelter, shelter night number 1, and day 2 in Massachusetts. So thanks guys for checking out this video. I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload this, and I might edit this with my other ones, but until later today, when I see something cool, I'm out. Holy shit, Mount Bushnell is kicking my ass right now. This weight that I'm carrying is so much heavier than I anticipated. I didn't think it was going to be this hard. Holy shit, I got a long fucking way to go at this rate, but I'm making progress. About to cross over Mount Bushnell and heading my way to the Tom Leonard shelter. If I'm going too slow, I'm gonna hitchhike into Great Barrington tonight and get a hotel, because there's no shelters between here and the Tom Leonard, and I got another about 13 miles to get there. So if I average about 1.5 miles to 2 miles an hour, that puts me there just after sunset. So I'm gonna be setting up in the dark again, but I'll catch you guys soon. Well, I don't know how good this footage is gonna come out because it's pretty overcast out here, so I don't have very good lighting. But I'm up on Jugg's End, which is just past Mount Bushnell, and man, this hike is already kicking my ass, but what an amazing view. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's incredible up here, and I'm gonna stop for a little bit and get some food in me, rest my back for a little bit, because carrying this weight has been killing me. But I wanted to take some GoPro footage from up here, so oh man, I'm beat. I had a little bit of a hiccup back there. I lost the bottom half of one of my trekking poles. I backtracked for a little while to try to find it, but no luck. I ran into 2 ladies up at the top of Mount Bushnell, super nice. One with the trail name Dolly that I gave my cell phone number to, so with any luck they'll find the other half of my pole. I'm pretty sure I lost it when I stuck it in the ground, and the clip must have given, the bottom clip must have given. So I'm working with 1 trekking pole for right now. It is what it is. Not making the best progress today, but it's pretty flat after after I get past this section, and a lot of descending. So with any luck, I'll make it to the Tom Leonard shelter today. But if I get to Great Barrington, the Great Barrington road crossing, I think it's US 7, and I haven't, and it's getting close to dark, I'm not going to hike the additional 6 miles to get to the shelter in the dark again today. I'll probably just pop into town, and that way I can dry out some of the shit that got soaked yesterday, and hopefully find a replacement trekking pole. With any luck, they'll have that company there, but who knows. But for now, see you guys later. What's going on, guys? Trooping along here through some very welcomed meadows, amazing meadows. Here, let me give you guys a look. I just crossed a nice bog that had some really nice bog bridges to cross. They were a little slick from the rain from last night, but most of them had dried out. And oh man, this sunshine just is just rejuvenating me right now, because it's just been like kind of chilly lately, in this in-between phase where I can't really put on another layer. I'm gonna sweat, and if I'm in this layer and I stop for too long, I'm freezing. So I've done a lot of taking my smart wool cap on and off. It's just so beautiful out here. Give you guys a view. Gorgeous. This is the trail that I'm walking on right now. People's houses. Oh, it's amazing. This is the kind of shit that that got me out here. Moments like this. Like I already lost part of my trekking pole today. Felt horrible this morning because I'm not quite used to carrying this amount of weight on my legs. So it's just been a constant struggle up until this point where I'm finally starting to really enjoy myself. There's been some good views and stuff, don't get me wrong, but I'm still getting used to all of this. I'm getting used to my pack. It doesn't look like I'm gonna make my originally planned shelter tonight, because I spent too much time looking for the bottom half of my trekking pole that somehow I didn't tighten the bottom clips enough, and I must have stuck it in the ground and the clip popped open, because it's like the extendable trekking pole. Sorry, I'm trying to not trip over rocks and roots while I'm doing this. So I ended up backtracking about a half a mile without my pack. I just left my pack on the side of the trail because I hadn't seen anyone all day, and just backtracked about a half mile to the last time I stopped, which was a major view before Mount Bushnell. But stupid me, it wasn't there, because that view was all just rock. So there was nowhere for me to stick my pole in. So it had to have been earlier in the day that I lost it, and I wasn't willing to go all the way back down Mount Bushnell to climb all the way back up it again for a small section of trekking pole, even though it pissed me off. I met two really nice ladies on the top of Mount Bushnell, and they were laughing because they knew when they saw me that I was the one yelling "fuck" out in the woods really loud, trying to look for my trekking pole. I'm like, this is my first full day out on the trail, and I managed to lose something out of just negligence, So I learned yesterday I can't underestimate elevation gains, and I learned today, be careful when you're sticking your trekking pole in the ground. Oh, check this out. See, this is what I was talking about. Nice little brook here, crossing over. Looks like I'm going up a little bit. Oh, look at that. Oh, I thought that was a beehive. It's not a beehive. I lied. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. So I think my game plan today, because I'm exhausted, is to go into Great Barrington, and there's a really nice guy named Joe, ironically. Joe is a pretty nice guy. But there's a guy named Joe on the Far Out app that, if you guys are ever in Great Barrington, he does donation-based shuttles, and he is going to be waiting for me. I have to message him 1 mile before the trail, before the road crossing at US 7, and then he is going to meet me. So looks like I got some uphill to do from here. Uphill all day, uphill all day. I think I have another about 300 feet of elevation gain today. And as I almost lose my other trekking pole. See what I mean? I gotta pay attention here. I got these sorry, my camera's gonna go all wacky here for a second. Okay, sorry about that. But this backpack, this Osprey pack, has a nice trekking pole holder, but I don't really feel confident in it holding my trekking pole after being that this is the only one that works after losing the other half of my other one. So I'm gonna be out of breath walking uphill with this ridiculous pack that I have on. Look at this fucking monster. So back to walking. See you guys in Great Barrington. Real quick, because I got to get going to the shelter. I didn't take my GoPro out for this, but I wanted to catch this on camera. I just met one of the nicest guys from Massachusetts who's out here completing his through hike. He came back to get his last 300 miles. He goes by the name of Mule. Mule, if you end up seeing this, thank you so much for being the guy who gave me my trail name. Thanks to this ridiculous backpack that I'm carrying that everyone is just in awe about, because I'm the only one crazy enough to carry this much weight on my back. Well, besides Aquaman, because I think he had like about 20 pounds more than I have in here at one point. But my trail name, without any further ado, is Tank. What's going on, guys? Joe checking in here, aka Tank, because I got my trail name yesterday from this nice gentleman named Mule, trail name Mule. He gave me the trail name Tank because of the pack that I had on me, and he gave me a nice boost running into him out on the trail, because I was like in a really low spot, starting to really not feel well. I ended up not having the best night yesterday, and I'll explain. I'm still kind of reeling today. I'm gonna have to take a 0 day today here in Great Barrington, already on my 3rd day, which was not ideal, but out of my control. I already explained to you, I lost my trekking pole, or part of my trekking pole yesterday. The last time I talked to you, I was in pretty good spirits, but exhausted. But during the last 3 miles or so on the trail yesterday, I started feeling really out of it, really, and I thought I was just pushing myself too hard. So I stopped and got my filled up my water bottle and threw some protein powder in there. So I was under the impression that that was going to, you know, take care of me. But unfortunately, I made it all the way to the road crossing, and Joe was nice enough to bring me to the travel lodge over here in Great Barrington. And the second I got into the hotel room, I just got sick. Like, it was like my body was just putting it off until I just kind of, like, my adrenaline came down, and I everything that I'd eaten and drank for like the last couple hours came up, which is not ideal, because I really needed that nutrition for recovery. So and then after talking to my wife also was sick, so we're pretty sure, with the horrible luck that I have to start, that I got food poisoning. I realized, looking back at the last couple of videos that I took of myself on my cell phone, that I was getting progressively more pale throughout the day, and I was just in so much pain in my legs and my back from the climbing that I didn't really recognize that I was starting to feel sick until I got here. And I didn't get much sleep last night because I couldn't keep anything down. And because I couldn't keep anything down, my legs were cramping terribly. It was a mess. This trail is no joke, and I didn't completely underestimate it, but I wasn't expecting to have this kind of bad luck to start. So I'm gonna weather the storm today. I'm gonna try my best to make my pack lighter by mailing a few things home and sending some food forward for myself. I gotta try to reduce the weight of this pack. It's just too much for me right now. Later in my hike, once I get some miles under me, I'm sure it'll be better. But to start off, to have that weight is just insane. Scott, Aquaman, if you end up seeing this, I have no idea how you managed to carry 70 pounds through all that snowshoeing. Like, after what I did the last few days, that's just even more incredible for me. But I was finally able to get some electrolytes in me and water in me around 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was nice. They were nice enough to let me stay in the same room tonight, so I don't have to pack up all my gear that I'm sure you can see it behind me. It's like everywhere right now. I'm trying to organize everything better, pack my bag so the weight is more evenly distributed, and like I said, I'm gonna send some stuff forward and home, try to help me out. So plan today, I'm gonna hike to the post office with just a really light day pack on. The good thing about the Osprey pack that I got is that the lid on it converts into a day pack. So I'm gonna throw all the stuff in there that I need to mail and walk the mile to the post office. And later on, I'm just gonna relax as much as possible so I can get back on the trail tomorrow and really start pumping out some miles with lighter weight on my back. So unless something cool happens later today, hopefully nothing dramatic or anything happens. I've already used up those cards. I've been through a lightning storm, lost my trekking pole, and now had prospectively food poisoning. So great start to the trail, but I woke up in a little bit better spirits today. Last night was rough, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to take a second to say that wearing this tiny backpack I have on right now, this is the day pack lid that turns into, I mean, it's the top of my Osprey pack turns into a day pack, and I have that packed up with I don't know, I'm guesstimating around 10 pounds of food and other things that I'm either going to send forward for myself or send home to my wife to send back to me later when it gets colder and my legs are a little bit stronger. But I'm walking my way through Great Barrington right now, and it's sunny out. It's a little bit chilly otherwise, like when you're in the wind. I had to have my cap on for a little bit, but starting to feel a little bit better. I got some food in me. So I told you before, I got some electrolytes. So I'm just going to the post office now. Gonna mail that stuff, and then I'm going to stop somewhere and try to eat more. Try to get some fuel in me. I need to get as much fuel in me as possible before tomorrow, because I want to try to make up some of the miles that I missed by having to take a 0 day early. I also think I'm going to just pop into Lee, Mass when I get there in about 3 or 4 days, and just pick up my food that I'm sending to myself rather than staying there for the night. But we'll see how it goes. You know, the trail kind of determines what you're able to do. So I got about another half-mile walk to the post office, and I'll catch you guys later.